Hey there, YouTubies! Alright, so today, Ninja 300 Garage, we're going to talk about making your mirrors less useless. A lot of Ninja 300 riders complain that once they put clip-ons on the bike, pretty much all they can see in their mirrors are elbows. And that's true for me, especially with the big elbow pads on your leathers. These are the SW-Motech mirror wideners. Now these are a little bit more expensive than the eBay versions, but they look a lot better. They're a little bit nicer and a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. These, I think the cost on this was like, what is it, 75 bucks or so. Made in Germany, Deutschland, as you can see. I'll put an exact price on this for you. Okay, now to open it up and do the install. Now this is a super easy install. If you're a retarded monkey, you could probably still manage it. But let's go ahead and do it right now. And if you are a retarded monkey and you're watching this, I just want to say thank you for the interspecies connection. And I'm glad to have a monkey watching my channel. Okay, so here it is. It feels amazing. It's pretty light too. It's pretty light. I'd say 4 ounces, maybe 3 ounces. Smells like metal. Okay, and I'm assuming this is other parts. And I'm sure there's instructions somewhere. Not that it's that difficult, but you never know. I always like to do everything by the book. Okay, so here we go. Kraftfahrt Bodensamt. Ja, allgemein Betriebserlaubnis. Why do I talk in that accent when I read German? I have no idea. And this is really small typing, by the way. Grad Spiegelhalter Adapter. This is a Spiegelhalter Adapter. Für die oben Schaltnähten reihenweise zu verteidigen oder Gras. Okay, my German sucks. What a cool logo, man. I always like that logo. It's pretty sweet. Eagle. Let's see. Nebenbestimmungen. Okay, let's go ahead and read the English. Alright. Thanks very much. Good. It better be English. Is it all German? Holy shite, it's all German. Let's see if I can figure it out. Now I know what it feels like to be in Germany with stuff that isn't always in English. Okay, I'm going to try to not move my head too much during this installation. So this is pretty self-explanatory. I should probably do this whole thing with a German accent, but I'm not. I'm a little tired. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and remove the stockers, shall we? Gonna need this. Gonna need, let's see, I'm guessing 4 mil, 5 millimeter. Let's see if these work. Over to the bike. Okay, yeah, so these are 4 millimeter here. So easy. All you want to do is remove these first. Lefty loosey. Okay, don't want to strip them. You probably want to do one side first before the other side, so the whole windscreen doesn't come flopping off. Mein Motorrad ist sehr, sehr schnell. Ja, ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. I love it. Sorry, German speakers. I dated an Austrian chick for 3 years, so I learned a little bit of German. And went to Austria. That was fun, and pretty much they only spoke German. I mean, nobody really spoke English except the girlfriend, and she was speaking German the whole time, pretty much. Jabbering away in German, leaving her American boyfriend just like, what? I don't know. Yeah, that's so good. So if that's my mirror, what is this going to do? Let's see. Alright, so these are the Motech mirror wideners installed. Now note that the angle here sweeps back with the bike. like this way. So you'll know if you have them on backwards because it'll be kind of going away from you. So this is how they should go, and these are the 5mm hex bolts that go into the bike through the fairing, through the windscreen, and these are the little 4mm hex bolts which your stock mirror goes onto, and so you can still like bend the mirror and stuff. And then lastly, you want these little caps here, and just stick them on like this. So soon I'm going to try these out on the road, and we're going to see how they do. So here's the look. That's how they look on the bike. And they look really good. They're very subtle. You can't tell that there's a widener there. Other thing you'll have to keep in mind is your mirrors are obviously going to be a little wider when if you're lane splitting, going between cars, whatever. You want to make sure that you're gauging that properly until you know that very well. Okay, so the other mirrors I tried first on the Ninja were the SLIK Designs mirror, and this is a telescoping mirror. So basically the idea here is you untwist this little thing, and it can actually come out unless you get the washer for it. And let's see if it's like this. I'm facing this away because I want to show my face, but you can telescope it all the way in, all the way out, and it'll actually fall off if you don't put that washer in there. So there's a couple of reasons why I didn't like this. Of course, when you can twist it back on like this. Just a little. You don't need to make it overly tight. But see, if you don't do it really tight, this can turn still. So, and you always need 2 hands. You kind of need 2.5 hands to do this, to do anything with this mirror. A couple of reasons I don't like this mirror, and I don't want to slam this company too much because the guy was very cool. I bought these used, and the owner didn't. He sent one of the mirrors was broken, so basically the company replaced one of the heads right here for me free of charge, and I really appreciate that. Their customer service is top notch. But I hate to say that I didn't actually end up using them, and I probably will resell these. I'll tell you why I didn't use these. Ultimately, it's a great idea. It is a great idea. Problem is, it's too complicated. One, you can't ever really get used to the length out, you know, how wide your mirrors are going to be. Every time you adjust it, your bike is a different width. To me, that's already a deal breaker. Two, this is not a bad mirror shape. It's not bad, but it's not my stock mirror. It changes the look of the bike. This stock right here it works for telescoping, but it kind of gives the bike a sort of droopy antenna look, like a sad insect. And the other part I don't like is just how complicated the adjustment is. You need at least 2 hands. I say at least because you need to stabilize this so you don't change your angle here, because you have 2 things to think about. You have telescoping distance and you have rotation angle. It's really hard to stabilize as you tighten or loosen. You get on the bike, you look at it, and you find it's wrong. Well, what do? You can't just adjust it with 1 hand. You have to come over here with 2 hands, reaching way over, and then adjust it. You know, try not to mess up the length. Get it tight enough so it doesn't rotate anyway. It's still rotating, see? It's just inherently, there's not enough friction. There's not enough friction. And yet, if you go too tight here, you can easily break it. You can mess up the threads or whatever. So it still twists here, which I do not like, even at full tightness. You know, because once you get this tight enough, this can still twist in place. So I don't like that. And I think this design, this concept could be better if it were simpler. Maybe some kind of, maybe something to hold in the rotation. So that this can't rotate, it can only telescope. Maybe some kind of grooves in this to keep it from rotating. In this way, your angle, your adjustment variable is, there's only one variable, in and out, not rotation. Because, you know, maybe you would adjust it here. I don't know. Something needs to be fixed. It needs to be more stable. And that bothers me, and the look of it, I don't know how much you can do with this, but, you know, this could be cooler. So, those are my objections to the SLIK Designs mirror. Like I said, you may like them. I'm actually going to sell this pair that I have, and there's some spooge here I'm going to wipe off. But that's why I went with the Motex. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, I'm going to try these out, and I'll give you guys a nice appraisal of how they work. It's got to be better because The stock mirrors are just, you know, all I see is elbow.
We're taking the 5 North today, which is a very different freeway than I normally take. And we're going to Castaic because I'm going to check out Lake Hughes Road. One thing that happened to me yesterday on the way to work is I noticed that my master link for my chain, the clip, was gone. This is a clip type master link, of course. And I'm like, holy crap, I was already halfway to work and I remember that it was missing because I had looked. And so I got a new clip from Honda of Glendale. They were really awesome. They loaned me a pair of pliers to put it on, and man, the guy was so cool. And I was like, it was one of the hottest days of the year. I think I was about to get heat stroke and I was a little lost. So thank you, Honda of Glendale. Specifically Phil and service. Today we're road testing the new SW-Motech mirror wideners. These are from Germany. And when the road's less bumpy, I'm going to look down and show you. There they are, right there. There and there. And you can see them. They're very low profile, but they do the job of widening the mirrors perfectly well. Oh shit, okay. Gotta use Parker, not Lake Hughes. That sign just helped me. Thank you, sign. So, these mirror wideners are a little bit more expensive than the cheapy eBay models, and, well, they look the part. So these look awesome, and they're very low pro, and very easy to install. They only put the mirrors out maybe an inch or so. Now that's great, because if you're a lane splitter, you're in a lane splitting state like I am, California, that's good because you can keep your narrow profile. However, the amount of extra room that I have now to see, the amount of extra mirror is fan-freaking-tastic. And they really do work. There's still a little elbow on the inside of the mirror, as I would expect. But I can see behind me. I can literally see behind me now when I could not before, without really bringing in my elbows like this. And that's uncomfortable, because it's not a natural position for your elbows. You're hyperextending. And they really are worth the money because it's a safety thing, right? You can see behind you. That's fewer times you have to check your mirrors to see behind you, and then you can keep your eyes on the road. You can make quicker lane decisions. You can make more intelligent lane decisions because you can actually see. So the other thing is you can see people coming up on your 6 very well. I think that was like the last exit for like 5 miles. And I'm low on gas. If you can see what's in your mirrors quickly and accurately, that keeps you on the road, keeps you focused on the road. And if you can see people coming up on your rear, you can look for cops, you can look for people that are passing you too closely, you can look for all kinds of hazards from behind. You can see people that are about to rear end you because they're not paying attention. And it's worth the whatever, I forgot how much it costs. It was like, I'll put the price up here on the screen. So I love these things, I love them. Now I did try the SLIK Design mirror extenders, the extending mirrors, and in theory that is a great idea. In practice I am not a fan. Now I don't want to give this guy too bad of a review because I bought mine used and one of them was busted. He sent me a new replacement free. I don't want to slam the guy too much because it is one dude who's an inventor. I respect an inventor, however, you have to test your stuff in practical use and really do a focus study, focus group, so you can see what real people think of your design. Now what I don't like about the SLIK Design extending mirrors, the telescoping mirrors, I'll show you a picture, is it's fiddly. It takes 2 hands to adjust it. You can't just adjust it with 1 hand, and you lose all of your folding functionality. At least with the install that I was able to do, I was not able to fold the mirrors, and they don't look very good. These Ninja 300 mirrors are nicely sculpted, and they have this aerodynamic design, and they're Ninja 300 mirrors. They don't look like Pep Boys specials, you know, generics. Oh shit, I really did miss the last exit for miles and miles, didn't I? Hopefully I have enough gas with this uphill climb. So, The other problem with the SLIK Design mirrors is that every time you adjust them, you have to adjust for rotation angle, and you can't possibly know that unless you're sitting on the bike, whereupon you can't reach the mirror to adjust, and you can't do it with one hand. So everything about it conflicts or contradicts itself in practical use. So you can't see how you're going to see what's in the mirror unless you sit on the bike normally, and then you can't adjust the mirror while you're sitting on the bike normally to adjust roll and extension to see if you're going to be able to use that level of extension and roll, because they roll like this. If they were fixed for roll, if that wasn't a variable, it'd be easier. So I don't like that, and it's kind of slippery to deal with gloves on. And also, every time you change the length of the mirror, you change the width of your bike for lane splitting, and that is a big giant pain in the ass. I do not like that part, because I want to get used to how wide my bike is. And with the SW-Motech, once you put them on, your new width of your bike is set in stone. There's no changing it, and you retain your mirror folding functionality. And you can also fold them while you're riding the bike, if you wanted to, like that. And when you put them back, they're exactly what you expect. So I think these are far superior, and they actually cost less money, and you set it once and you are done, and they actually work. So you really don't need your mirrors to be hanging way the hell out here. You don't need that. There's no reason for that. And one thing about the SLIK Design mirrors is I don't think they look very good. They look kind of goofy. The way the stalks hang down, it's like a sad bee, sad antenna. So I don't like that. Oh God, are you gonna just crawl here? So the look of a mirror, it has to look good. And if you're gonna replace someone's mirror, you better make it look good. See, right now I'm able to merge much better because I can see. Normally I'd be having to do full-on shoulder checks. I mean, you should shoulder check anyway, but I had to do full-on turnaround shoulder checks because I didn't trust what was in my mirrors, or I couldn't see quick enough. And also, if I do move my elbows in, which I need to do on the right side a little bit, you know, I can see really well. I can actually see without moving my elbows sometimes, most of the time. So yeah, definitely highly recommended. This is where the Ninja's great gas mileage comes in handy when you have this huge missed exit. So yeah, big thumbs up for the Motechs. You can get them from twistedthrottle.com. I don't make any money off this deal. I'm just a guy recommending some great mirror wideners. And I have to warn you guys though, they take like 5 weeks to ship. And Twisted Throttle, you should maybe order a few of these and keep some in stock. I know that's hard to do with all the different bikes, but for the Ninja 300, after this video, maybe you're going to want to have a few in stock. Nobody likes waiting 5 weeks, so having too much in stock versus making your people wait, pick your poison. 5 weeks is a lot, so order your mirrors and forget about it and you'll be happier. And you can only get them from Twisted Throttle as far as I know in North America. I don't know of any other distributor, so it's not like you can go somewhere else. And you can't get them in a store. Yeah, it's windy here. Today's ride, we just went up the Grapevine just a little bit. We're heading to Lake Hughes Road, Castaic, and we're just going to explore some new roads. Mainly I wanted to come out and talk about these mirrors and freeway riding. Like right now, freeway riding is excellent on this bike. There's nothing wrong with it. This road is perfect. As perfect as it gets in California anyway. Apparently in Australia they use a type of paving surface called bitumen, and here we use asphalt and concrete. And one Aussie, I think it was Slippery Mongoose, described American freeways as riding on the sidewalk. And that's about how it is in many cases. So many bikes wouldn't react very well. But I do remember my big bikes absorbing bumps a lot better. But you know what? I'm going to work on that. I'm going to show you guys what I do with suspension. I'm probably going to do some progressive springs from Racetech, some emulators, cartridge emulators, better fork oil, like higher viscosity, and I'm going to get my sag checked front and rear with help from my mechanic. After that, I think the Ninja's going to be as dialed in as it can be. So as far as the clip, my master link, I'm going to switch to a rivet type master link. And if you do get a chain, I recommend the rivet type. The other thing you can do if you want a clip type, so you can, in case you want to remove the chain a lot, is safety wire the clip. And this was some advice given to me on Facebook, thank you very much. So I don't normally safety wire bikes because I don't track them a lot. But yeah, you can safety wire the clip. I think the rivet type is a little bit more elegant, a little cleaner look, and that's probably what I'm going to do because I don't have to think about it. But safety wire at this point would be a cheaper, easier option, less labor, so I'm considering that too. There's a lot of things, if I did them again, I might do them differently just based on new data. So, Ninja 300 owners, don't be dismayed when I talk about the freeway experience. I think I overstated my case. The reality is the bike is fine like any bikes on great freeways. That goes without saying. It's the bad freeways where you're really tested. Where the bike's really tested. And, there's a lot of bad freeways in and around LA County. Anyone can be on a good freeway. That's easy.
The vlogger wall update with 2 new stickers, actually 1 new sticker to put on it from Turbo Green, all the way from India, Archit Kumar. Archit, I made this logo for Archit, and he had some stickers made in India. And they look pretty good. And he wrote me a nice note. Thanks for the kick-ass logo. You're doing an awesome job. P.S. Thanks for getting me into motovlogging. Vroom vroom Arch. Okay, he doesn't really necessarily talk like that. He actually has very little accent. And Archit is awesome. If you're going to subscribe to an Indian vlogger, check out Archit, Turbo Green. Check him out. He does really nice vlogs. He's a good rider. He definitely can knee drag that little 300. So where should we put him? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe next to ARidersLife. Peter, ARidersLife. Hey guys. Yeah, how about right there, mate? Okay, we got another Aussie here. Riding rubber. iRev 808 in Hawaii. This is Ryan, Nest Up Productions. I want a moto. Evo Moto. A little hard to see against this color here, but I like orange. Riding with Tom. This is a very tricky decal to make. He did a killer shout out video for this, and thank you, Tom, for that. I appreciate it, buddy. Cool in HD made this one as well. Another Aussie vlogger, as you can tell. Look at the kangaroo and the negative space of the sea. How brilliant is that, huh? Of course, Denise's. You got Tridden here. I am Ramekin. Love this decal. With the, this is actually called a Ramekin, believe it or not. Sergeant Markins. I love the simplicity of that. And he is a sergeant, I believe. Apollo Deuce. I made this logo for him. Here's Sapo's new Diamond Edition. Very cool. 74 Seabass. Very active on Instagram. And Cager on 2 wheels. I made this as well. Look at how cool that is. And Cape Voice Josh, of course. Who's this guy? 808 YouTube. Yay, Misa. Viper 6. Moto Mark. Fluffy. Okay, let's put Turbo Green on, shall we? And I'm going to save this message because it's so awesome. Anyone I inspired a motovlog, I'm very happy about. Yes, I'm getting over a cold. You're probably hearing that in my voice. Oh man, this decal is so fun because these flames are contour cut, and I would have done the same thing. Now, in the flames, I kind of made them. I wanted to make them a little bit whimsical and almost Indian in a sense. I love this little logo. It's really fun. It's a turbo with a tire around it. I mean, fun, 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 fun. And yes, if you need a decal, hit me up, spacepod@spacepod.com, mind the 0, and I can make you a logo and some decals. ARidersLife Special-Edition, if you want one of your own, it's $10.50 USD, and you get two. You get this one, and you get a little smaller one, about this big. You get two of them. Koala ears and a cape. I mean, how can you not love it? Totally awesome. And it's very 1970s, which I like. I like this decal, this art, because of that. And yeah, Riding Rubber's decal came out really well too, his logo. I helped him with his logo, but this was his design. I just kind of consulted on it, and that was fun. I think he came up with a really nice design. So there you have it, YouTubies. Thank you for watching as always. I've been a little busy, otherwise I'd be doing more vids, but I've been crunching on a movie, and I'm going to still try to do some more vlogs soon here, but I'm also doing decals, and I'm just a busy bee, busy pod. Alright guys, thanks so much. Space Pod out.